coach told me I can never miss a Monday. Hey, look, it's never miss a Monday. Hey, look, it's never miss a Monday. Hey, look, it's never miss a Monday. Coach told me I can never miss a Monday. Hey, look, it's never miss a Monday. Hey, look, it's never miss a Monday. Wine on Saturday, wine on Sunday. But coach told me I can never miss a Monday.
Good evening. Welcome to the Monday Night Live Real Estate Call-In Show with Coach Mike. I'm your host, Rick Davis. If you don't follow me on social media, I invite you to do so at Prime Real Estate Rick. If you're looking to buy, sell, or invest in residential commercial real estate anywhere in the great state of Texas, but especially here in our lovely city of Houston, feel free to reach out to me directly on Instagram at Prime Real Estate Rick. As always, it's an honor and a pleasure to be here with you on Monday night for the Monday Night Live Real Estate Call-In Show. And I want to say thank you and welcome everyone who's watching us live on YouTube and Facebook. You're invited to get involved in tonight's show by leaving myself or Coach Mike a relevant real estate question in the comments section. And you never know, your question may very well be selected to be answered on tonight's stream. I want to take a little time to introduce my co-host. He is not only a highly successful real estate broker, he is also the co-founder of Brooks & Davis Real Estate Firm. I want to thank him so much for sitting in with us on Monday Night Live. And I'd like to introduce to the audience, Mr. Michael G. Davis. How you doing, Coach Mike?
Man, what is happening? Prime Real Estate Rick is Monday, and we ready to roll. We ready to go.
Hey, man, it's great to be here with you, man. I'm always so excited to have the Monday Night Live audience come in and stream with us live on YouTube and Facebook because, you know, it's so much that goes on here in the greater Houston area every weekend in the real estate space. So it's always great and an honor to be able to have this program here to host alongside yourself, Coach Mike, where we can talk about what's going on and the latest and greatest as far as Houston real estate is concerned.
Absolutely, man. So people need to be tuning in. We got great content going out every week, man, and we're here to keep people abreast of what it's all about when talking about this real estate space.
You know, it's been a couple Mondays since we had an opportunity to get together and broadcast for our audience. I'm sure everyone in our audience and the whole country is aware of the weather emergencies that we persevered through here in the Houston area. So before anything, Coach Mike, how is everything with your family? Is everything been to stabilize and get a little bit more normalcy in your day-to-day life? How's everything been going on for your family the last couple of weeks, Coach?
No, absolutely, Rick. I mean, it's been challenging, right? But we are realizing some normalcy back in the family, getting back on track as it relates to our businesses. But the biggest thing is safety. The biggest thing is family. So it's just those moments that just kind of reset and remind us of the things that like really matter, why we're doing all of this, so we don't get tied up into the day-to-day hustle and the bustle. So, I bounced that thing right back to you, Rick, man. How's your family? How are you getting back as far as in the swing of things?
Oh, no, everything, man. We were blessed, man. Few minor exterior issues we had to deal with as far as fencing, but nothing on any scale like some of the things that people may have saw on television. So from that standpoint, personally, we've been very blessed. We're starting to get everything back going as far as buyer showings. Yeah. As far as the amount of people that are visiting open houses, they're scheduling showings on some of the listings that we have within the Brooks & Davis real estate family. So I'm excited about that part. You know, a lot of times, especially with what we do, Coach Mike, getting a little bit as far as normalcy, as far as what we do work-wise and professionally, right, to help to center our entire sphere as far as family, faith, professional. So from that standpoint, man, I'm very thankful that things are starting to become a little bit more normalized, and we're starting to get back as far as the things that we do on a regular basis.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
You know, as far as that's concerned, Coach Mike, is there anything that you can share with our audience as far as what's been going on in the state of Brooks & Davis Real Estate Firm in the last week to 2 weeks from a professional standpoint, some of the things that you might have heard or saw going on this past weekend?
Yeah. So, again, the hurricane really shut our programming down. To be 100% honest and candid with everybody. But one of the things that we were able to do right before the hurricane hit was, Rick, we were able to launch our major player pledge. And, that's where we are what's the wrong looking for? We are charging our agents to commit to doing those activities that we know will lead to success, right? We've been doing this for 20 years. We know it's proven. We know the blueprint. So now we want our agents to verbally commit to being able to push it forward. So our major player pledge, along with our money back guarantee, right? We officially launched our money back guarantees. We've modified our website so you can go to brooksanddavis.com, click on the join tab, and you have an option for our real estate student affiliate membership, our World Changers table, and our World Changers community. And now when you click on join our brokerage firm, you're going to be exposed to our money back guarantee. I don't know any other brokerage firms that offer money back to an agent if it doesn't work out. Like, if we don't deliver on what we promise, we're going to give you your money back. And in some instances, we're going to give you money back that we didn't even pay, right? Yeah. We're not talking about a reimbursement. We're literally talking about refunding you monies that you would have paid to HAR or Trek or for your super key. So, and it's because we are confident in our process when it comes to developing agents. So when new things coming down the pipeline, Rick, like those are absolutely on the top right now, that we were able to get those two programs out. The major player pledge, we got that out company wide, and our money back guarantee now that's going out to the marketplace.
No, those are some great information. I thank you so much, Coach Mike, for sharing. I want to make sure that I also piggyback that message and let everyone in our audience understand this is something that you won't often see in this real estate sphere, is someone who's willing to make a commitment to those new agents that sign up. And it's not just verbal, it's not just a commitment in action, but also a financial commitment as well. So I urge everyone to reach out if you have some questions about how this program works and you'd like to get some specific things as far as some of the thoughts you may have. Reach out to Coach Mike, reach out to myself, reach out to us via the Brooks and Davis real estate page, and you can get set up for a consultation or opportunity to sit down and talk with Coach Mike, man. So thank you so much for that call to action, sir, because, these are the type of things that sometimes, as a proud member of the Brooks and Davis real estate family, sometimes we tend to gloss over all of these things that we do on a regular basis. So it's always great to make those things forefront as far as everyone in the audience consciousness. So I appreciate that, Coach Mike.
Absolutely, man. Super excited about it.
It's been a couple of weeks since we had the opportunity to come and stream with our audience. So we have some really thought-provoking questions queued up for you, Coach Mike. So if you're ready to get the ball rolling, I'd like to introduce everyone in the audience and let you hear question number one.
Man, let's do it.
Question number one, Coach Mike, how do I follow up after an open house without sounding salesy?
Man, that's that thing that people always try to get away from, sounding like a salesperson. What does a salesperson sound like, man? What is salesy, Rick? First you got to ask yourself that. But after being in real estate for 20 years, being a salesman for 20 years, it's really something I'm proud of. Like, I'm proud of being a salesman because as you get into this business, you realize when you do it right, when you do sales right, you're the person that people want to hang with, man. Like, you're the person that people want in the room, people that want to socialize with you when you do sales right. Because really, sales is nothing but service, right? When you do sales right, all you're doing is that you're exploring, right? You're asking people questions. You're listening, right? All of these qualities, when we talk about positive relationships, when you go to relationship counseling and they talk about the characteristics that you need to bring, or you need to listen, you need to have empathy, right? You need to you have to have care. You need to, listen to understand, the type of language that we learn in these counseling sessions. That's what sales is, right? Because ultimately you're there to help someone make a decision, to help someone move in a particular direction that's best for them, right? So that's the thing about sales. What we learn in these relationship counselors, it's not about you, right? It's the other person. Make it about the other person. Well, that's what's planted in our heads with our trainings, with our books, with our development, right? So to the caller's question, how do I follow up after an open house without sounding salesy? Don't sound salesy. Like, follow up with the intent. It's about motive. Follow up with the intent to find out what is the need. How can you help? Where is the gap? Right? If that is your intention, like they came to the open house for a reason. Well, find out what the reason is. Be intentional about it. Care enough, right, to have a conversation with someone, listening to what they're telling you, and then looking for ways that you can help. Not thinking about the commission, not thinking about the transaction, not thinking about what do I need to say next to get them to agree to an appointment. What do I need to say next to get them to agree to sign this buyer's rep, right? Like, that's what's in the marketplace now. You got to get these buyers to sign paperwork so you can protect your commission. Well, but you can't be taking that you can't take that mindset into the conversation, right? You're solely there to see, can I help? And guess what? You cannot, right? And you got to be okay with that. But I promise you, Rick, there's hundreds, if not thousands, if not tens of thousands of people out here that you can help. You just got to find them, right? So if you can't help this person, then we move to the next person. So how do you do it? First of all, Rick, reach out, right? Let's start there.
Right.
Let's not have an open house, have people come to the open house and you not follow up, because we see a lot of that. They won't even reach out to the people. People come, they don't hear back from anybody, right? So first, reach out. Second, when you reach out, just reach out with the sincerity of wanting to know, what are they needing assistance with? Can you help? And, how can you serve? Like, really, those two things seal the deal, Rick.
No, I agree totally. And I'd just like to add, I think a lot of times when you talk about sounding quote unquote salesy, I think that's something that as a real estate professional, we can project. That's just a sign of our own insecurities. Mm-hmm. And it can be a sign that you may not necessarily see the value in the follow-up.
Right.
So I would ask everyone in the audience that have had that thought cross their mind before, let's make sure that every contact we have with visitors to our open house, there's real value for that potential customer. So when you reach out, let's talk about what the subject matter of follow-up after an open house should be. Mm-hmm. Type of thing where you get feedback. How did you enjoy the floor plan? How was the presentation? How did the home make you feel? Mm-hmm. Were you aware that there was some interest rate changes that may make this home a bit more affordable? Those are the type of things that, as a professional, when you do have a real solid motive, to use a word that you previously used, that's going to add value to the conversation, it can't be salesy, because these things, and this is information that you feel compelled to have to share with those that are interested in your listing. So I think if everyone in the audience can heed the advice that you gave earlier, while at the same time being able to have the right perspective, as far as what follow-up is from that standpoint, I think it'll help everyone not only feel a lot more positive about follow-up, take some of the anxiety away from follow-up, but also at the same time help you to convert a lot more of those leads. Because to your early point, Coach Mike, I think a lot of potential clients are left on the vine because of subpar follow-up.
Yeah, no, absolutely. People, you have to understand, as a real estate professional, you have to walk into this thing with a clear understanding of what a salesperson is, right? Okay, we're not here, or let me say a good salesperson, right? We're not here to make people do something that they don't want to do. We're not here to manipulate. We're not here to influence somebody to do something that's not in their best interest. That's not what we're here to do. We're here to provide guidance, right? We're here to give people the best information for them to make whatever decision that they want to make, period. So it's not about if we think it's the best thing for them or not. It's about if they think it's the best thing for them. And what we want to do is we want to make sure that they have the best information. They have the access to the best resources. They have access to the best relationships to help them in that journey. That's what being a salesperson is. Like, if we need to define salesy, like, that's how we need to define it. But how it's defined, which is given the negative connotation to people, which creates the anxiety, Rick, is that It's the person that is forcing someone to do something, or manipulating, or taking advantage, or speaking in such a way that moves them in a direction that is not best, or it's more best for the person than it is for the customer. So, to the answer to that question is just don't be that type of salesperson. Don't be that type of professional, right? Go out there, get the skill, get the relationships, invest your time the right way that it needs, learn about the resources, and then provide a service. We're in the service industry. Provide a service, a true service to people that need our help. They need our assistance when navigating this real estate journey, regardless of which side they're on, buying or selling, commercial, residential, investing, apartments. People want guidance, period. Be that.
Absolutely, man. I agree totally, man. Thank you so much for those words, because a lot of times it helps when you hear an outside perspective, especially someone with as much experience as you. Man, you come back, Coach Mike, after a couple-week break, man. It's like you never lost a second, brother, man. Appreciate you. It's great that you still are always actively out there in the market, being right there at the forefront of what's going on. I think you'll be really interested at question number 2. So, Coach Mike, without any further ado, I'd like to introduce the next question for tonight's show. Coach Mike, being a realtor feels like a 24/7 job, and my family feels I deserve a vacation. But I start feeling guilty and stressed out about all the work I'll be putting on pause for those depending on my services. Do you have any advice or insights on this subject? Coach Mike, work-life balance in real estate, sir. Please enlighten our audience as far as how you like to handle these type of things, sir.
Well, you know what, Rick? That's a tough one. And I'm going to tell you why. It's one of those things as a real estate professional, and really this is probably in any sales. Matter of fact, it's probably in anything when it relates to career. The individual has to accept the fact that they got to cut it off, right? It's never going to feel right, right? Like when it's time to go to when it's time to go on vacation, it's not going to feel right, right? You're not going to be in a comfortable stopping place. Like, it's just not what's going to happen. So you have to make the decision that this is what's best, right? Because if I want to show up for my clients and I want to show up the right way, I want to show up the best way that I can for my clients, it's going to require you to turn it off, to stop, to resharpen the axe, right? To disconnect, to unplug. It's going to require that. If you're going to be the best that you can possibly be for your clients, they're going to have to let you get away temporarily, right? And here's the thing, Rick. This is the secret. This is what I found out. They'll let you. They don't have a problem with it. They're okay with it, right? They are okay with it, especially if you're connected to a brokerage firm. You got support around you. You got people that can cover things for 2, 3, 4, 5 days, however long that you're gone. As long as you have people there, because the reality is that rarely do things just blow up when you're gone, right? Mm-hmm. They may stall out a little bit. They may, slow down, but rarely do they just blow up to where when you come back, there's no opportunity for you to fix or solve whatever solution arose when you were unplugged. Mm-hmm. So those anxieties that come from that thought process of, if I go on vacation, if I take a break, if I unplug, if I don't answer the phone because I'm with those that really matter more, yes, there should be people in your life that matter more than your clients, bro. Like your wife, like your kids, like these people should take precedence over your job. I'm sorry, customers. I'm sorry, clients, but we're not here to the beck and call for you if it's over our family. I don't subscribe to that. That's not the philosophy that Coach Mike subscribed to. If you married, you got kids, be there. Show up for your people. I don't care what the deal is. I don't care how much the commission is. None of that matters to me. There is no commission worth your not being there for your kid, not being there for your family, bro. I don't care what the check is. bro. Like people say, man, there's not an amount of money out there in the world that I would give up for my freedom, right? People do stuff and end up in jail. There's not an amount of money out there in the world that's more valuable than my freedom. Well, it's the same thing. There's not a commission check big enough that's more valuable than my kids and that's more valuable than my wife. So you got to make time for those individuals, because guess what, Rick? They're why we do it anyway. They're why we're out here grinding. They're why we're out here giving it everything that we got. But again, if you're going to show up for them, you're going to be the best for them. You got to unplug. You got to disconnect. It cannot be that 24/7 stuff, man. That has got to go out the window. And this is what I found, Rick. Those that make those that have the greatest impact, right, that are making the most money, helping the most people, doing all of that, they work a lot less than the ones out there working 24/7 and not making nearly as much money. And you know why, Rick? Because for you to make that amount of money, you become very efficient, meaning that you figured out how to create results taking less time. And because of that, you should get compensated at a higher level. So you got to get that out of your mind. You got to put yourself in a position where you leverage systems, you leverage people, and you can get results done without it requiring you to do it. But you got to get there.
And for those who haven't heard this type of rant from Coach Mike before, the reason he's so passionate about this particular subject is because one of the foundational trainings that he has with new agents is about organization, time, utilizing resources, taking advantage of the technologies that are out there in the real estate space. So from the standpoint where we are as mentors and trainers over at Brooks and Davis, this is something that we go over with agents a lot of time. Mm-hmm. I appreciate the question from our audience. I appreciate for Coach Mike for being so candid about how he feels about the subject and the things that we as real estate professionals can add to our tool belt to not only make us more efficient for our clients, but also at the same time, giving us the time, the energy to be there for our families and be present. Yeah. That work-life balance is, you can achieve that perfect work-life balance, but it's going to take some organization. Mm-hmm. And to Coach Mike's earlier point, utilizing resources and systems.
Absolutely. Absolutely, man. It is critical. If you're going to have any longevity in this business, it is critical that you figure out how to navigate between that work and that life, right? I don't even call it balance, Rick. I call it a pendulum, because it never balances out. Mm-hmm. Sometimes it's going to be more work. Sometimes it's going to be more life. But what you got to realize is when the pendulum has not swung the other direction. And in those moments, you're going to have to swing it the other direction, right? Because it's just not healthy for the pendulum to just hang in the air like that. Like it won't work. So, and be okay with it, right? Stop waiting. Stop trying to make it line up to where it's even on both sides, because that's just not the case. Like, it's not that. And you're going to exhaust a lot of energy trying to do that rather than just going with the flow and going with the motion. So, it's at the end of the day something that, Rick, people just have to embrace it, accept it, and go with it. Their quality of life will be a whole lot better once they do that.
No, I agree totally, man. And I appreciate you for sharing, because, sometimes, especially as you become successful in real estate, you feel like you want to put in more. You feel as if it was those extra hours that did it. You feel like it was that time in the grind that made it happen. And you tend to disregard or undervalue the organization and the systems that you use to put you in that position. So, hey, man, everyone, go to the Brooks and Davis channel on YouTube. Check out some of the old trainings that speak along this subject matter. Or, like you said, just tap in with us on Instagram. These are the type of things that we talk about over at Brooks and Davis Real Estate Firm on a weekly basis. Coach Mike, like we say, we've been away for a couple of weeks, but just like clockwork, we're getting everything back on track at Brooks and Davis as far as our education, training, and mentorship. Would you mind sharing what's going on this week as far as what's going on in the world of Brooks and Davis Real Estate Firm, what's going on in the world of CEO Coach Mike, and how can anyone in the audience get involved with what we're doing, tap in, and learn?
Absolutely. No, Rick. Again, this is one of my favorite parts of the show, right? We can just kind of expose all the things that people can tap into as it relates to Brooks and Davis Real Estate Firm as our organization. You've just experienced Monday Night Live. You guys see what kind of information, what kind of questions that we tackle, great information that we put out into the marketplace, especially for new agents. So every Monday, 7 o'clock, check in with us and take advantage of what we're putting out there. Tomorrow, we have our Real to Life podcast. One of our guests, Miss Jamisha Smith, she's one of our newest agents. She's coming in on fire. Follow her on Instagram at Realtor Jamisha and jump on with us tomorrow at 12:30. She's a sideline shero, so we're going to learn what that means, what that term means tomorrow. The great thing about the Real to Life podcast is where you're able to see and hear people's stories. It's an opportunity and a platform where people are able to present their passions in spite of real estate. Because, again, sometimes our customers, our colleagues, they tend to put us in a box, not remembering that we do have these other things that should matter, that are the foundation of us being healthy humans and healthy professionals. So come learn more about Jamisha tomorrow at 12:30. Again, we go live on Facebook. We go live on YouTube with all our digital programming. All right. And then on later at 2:30, Realtor Happy Hour Live, we're going to be going live. And it's the special thing about this show is that we discuss social media trending topics, current events, real estate industry related topics, along with real estate advice to consumers and realtors. It's really real estate professionals talking about randomness. Again, the best part is that the audience has the opportunity to get on the screen, join the conversation, and share their thoughts as well. You see our title for tomorrow, Can Average Men Afford to Date a Modern Woman? We're going to be talking about that. If you can't pay $200 to $400 on a date, then stay home. Well, we're going to throw that to the crew tomorrow, and we're going to see what comes out of that conversation. So that's tomorrow at 2:30. If you want to be a part of the conversation, you jump on as well so we can speak about it. All right. And then, Rick, I'm going to go ahead and let you speak about the great things that you and Larry are doing over there at the Prime Real Estate Network podcast.
No, I appreciate it, Coach Mike. I want to invite everyone in the audience to tune in on Thursday, noon Central Time, to the Prime Real Estate Network show live, hosted by myself and the Texas Real Estate King, Mr. Larry W. Brooks. If you haven't had an opportunity to check us out in the past, when you check out Prime Real Estate Network, what you'll find is the Texas Real Estate King and myself, we open up our entire database of network business partners and affiliates. You can learn everything from the lending sphere to inspections. And you can also learn a lot about what goes into the decision making from a real estate investor aspect. So remember, Thursday, noon Central Time, Prime Real Estate Network. You can find us live on YouTube and Facebook. Appreciate it, Coach Mike.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Make sure you guys go there, subscribe to the channel. Great information, great guests, great resources and tools that you're going to be exposed to. All right. So then I want you to subscribe to the Houston Real Estate channel. It's powered by Brooks and Davis Real Estate Firm. It's growing by leaps and bounds. People that when you tap into this channel, you're going to be able to explore the vibrant neighborhoods in Texas. It's a comprehensive guide to exploring neighborhoods throughout Houston and the Houston's Metroplex. So we're talking about Sugar Land. We're talking about Katy. We're talking about, Cypress, Bridge, master plan communities like Meridiana and Bridgeland, city homes, custom builders. Like the channel covers a plethora of what people have always said is the number one thing in real estate, and that's location, 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 right? So now you don't have to go anywhere else other than one place to get as much information around the locations within and around the city. So whether you're relocating to Houston or you're relocating within Houston, this is an amazing resource for you to tap into, and I encourage you to subscribe to it today. All right. Now, one of the biggest things that we're proud of, it's our World Changers community. Our World Changers community is all about connection. It's all about collaboration. You'll be in a position to unlock the full potential of your real estate career by becoming a part of this membership. Join a supportive family where you grow, innovate, and where you're recognized. We embrace diversity, and we reshape real estate with impactful solutions for all communities. Make a difference by engaging in local initiatives for a brighter future. Elevate your education beyond transactions and prepare for success, including acing the real estate exam. So it's not just for licensed agents. Enjoy accessibility and easy collaboration within our vibrant real estate community. And here's the best part. It won't cost you a dime. It's completely free. The only investment required is your time. The rest is on the house. Are you ready to soar? Join us now and let's make your real estate journey unforgettable, right? Now, this is for agents that are not a part of Brooks & Davis Real Estate Firm. So this has nothing to do with you being an agent with Brooks & Davis Real Estate Firm. There are two ways that you can be a part of this life-changing community. The first one is if you already have your real estate license, then we invite you to explore the World Change community by taking the next step in your journey and visiting the link that we have on the screen. Now, if you're in the process of obtaining or interested in getting your real estate license, you too can discover this exclusive opportunity that's right here for you with our Brooks & Davis Real Estate Firm student affiliate membership. All you have to do is visit the website that's on the screen for more details. I am super thrilled to share this incredible opportunity with you, knowing it aligns perfectly with your interests and goals. Join us right now in shaping the future of real estate. All right, and then finally, stay in the loop with us by following us on LinkedIn for industry insights, Instagram for behind-the-scenes fun, Facebook for lively discussions, and YouTube for exclusive video content. Join the community, search Brooks & Davis Real Estate Firm on any of those platforms, and hit the follow, subscribe button. Don't miss out on the latest updates and exciting content. We will see you there.
Great job, Coach Mike. Man, it's really exciting week. Man, there's a lot of great things going on. I want to commend you and the team over at Brooks & Davis Real Estate Firm on being so committed to establishing this foundational platform of mentorship and education, man. It's great things that we're doing. And I hope you get as much from educating as those in our audience get from being able to learn from you, Coach Mike. So appreciate it a lot.
Absolutely.
You know, it's been a great show. Some great things going on. I was just wondering before we sign off this week, is there any final words or any final message you'd like to share with the audience that's checking us out tonight on Monday Night Live?
Yeah, no, man. Look, get out there and get active, right? We had a setback with the hurricane and it slowed some things down. But now we should be able to start ramping back up, right? There's some normalcy that should be happening, like as it relates to the lights, the internet, the cell phones, right? We're not all I get it. Like we're not 100% arrived, but for the most part, if you got your stuff together, then let's pick it back up, right? We're still in the summer, right? We still know that this is the time where people are really considering things, making moves. So activity is what this business is about. So ramp up the activity every day. You got to be ramping up the activity because that's what's going to be plugging in your pipeline. With that being said, man, let's go out there and make it happen.
Hey, man, appreciate you so much for your time. On behalf of myself, Rick Davis, I'd like to thank CEO Coach Mike, Mr. Michael G. Davis, for sitting in with us this week. If you need anything, in the meantime, in between time, myself and Coach Mike are just a DM away on Instagram. You can always reach us at brooksanddavis.com, our website, or you can reach us out to us directly on YouTube or Facebook. So everyone out there, until the next episode of Monday Night Live Real Estate Call-In Show, please be safe and be blessed.